Hello friends, we are still looking at the types of vectors. There are many types of vectors, but I just want to focus on the types which are significant in our study of vectors. Now I want to look at negative vectors. What is a negative vector? A negative vector is a vector that moves in the opposite direction of another vector. So two vectors are said to be negative if they have the same magnitude or length, but then they move in opposite directions. So if we look at this vector AB and we look at this vector CD, we see that whereas AB starts from A and moves to B, CD starts in the opposite direction from C to D. AB and CD have the same magnitude, but they are moving in opposite directions. Now, how do we depict negative vectors? If we have a vector AB, then negative or minus AB will be written as BA. So in vectors, we want to show that it's actually moving in the opposite direction. So we start from the terminal point and we move back to the initial point. Now, how do we find negative vectors? Assuming we have a Cartesian plane, we have two vectors. One is OP and one is OQ. Now let's find the coordinates of P. We can see that P is 1, 2, and 1, 2, 3, 4. So P is going to have the coordinates 2, 4. So that OP, the vector OP, is going to be given by 2, 4. Now let's find the vector OQ. Let's find the vector OQ. We have negative 1, negative 2. And we have negative 1, negative 2, negative 3, negative 4. So you can see that the coordinates of Q are negative 2, negative 4. So OQ is negative 2, negative 4. What can you say about the relationship between OP and OQ? So we can say that OP is equal to the negation of OQ. So if we negate 2, 4, we will get negative 2, negative 4. And so we can say that OP and OQ are negative vectors. What about these two over here? OA and OB. Now let's look at OA. OA again has 2, the coordinates 2 and negative 3. 2, negative 3. And what will OB have? OB has negative 2 and positive 3. Negative 2, 3. So you can say that OA is 2, negative 3, and OB is negative 2, positive 3. Again, they are negative vectors because OA is equal to the negation of OB. If we negate 2, we get a negative 2. If we negate the negative 3, we get a positive 3. So this explains negative vectors. Next, we are going to look at finding negative of vectors in magnitude bearing form. Thank you.